I need to be specific. Do you remember telling me at that deposition that his hair was not wet?
I do not.
If I were to show you your deposition, if I were to show you the transcript from that deposition, would that refresh your memory?
Yes. Unless I'm just not understanding the question.
I understand. And for the record, I'm starting on page 32, line 23, and I'm going to have her read until probably page 33, line 6. Nothing exciting.
I know what here.
So just going to have to read it for a second.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yes, go ahead. Do you want to identify the date of the deposition?
Ms. Follman, this would have been, trying to find the date on here, deposition that was taken.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This would have been the deposition that was taken on July 2nd of this year? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember sitting and talking to me that day?
Yes.
And we were in front of a court reporter, so it was all taken down.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to read to yourself, starting on line 23, and go through line 2 over here.
I read it.
Okay. Now, does that refresh your recollection?
Yes, it does.
When you saw Tyler standing there, was his hair wet?
No, it was not.
And I know this actually has more to do with when you get into the actual living room, okay? But did he leave water behind?
I did not see any.
And I think you told me during the deposition that there was no water on the floor.
No, there was not.
Did you notice any blood or anything on him?
I only seen Tyler that split second. I opened and then reclosed the door.
Okay. Was he holding anything?
His back was to me.
Okay. Could you see his hands?
No.
Now, you talked later in direct examination about going into the Jennifer's bedroom, the master bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. I have just a few questions about that, and not specifically about, probably not about what you think I'm going to ask about. As I understand it, the door was closed.
She always slept with her door closed.
Okay. And the door is actually back here, isn't it? There's a little closet here,
Yes. Yes.
and the door to the room is back here. So the door to the bedroom was closed,
Yes.
and the light was off when you opened the door.
Yes.
Okay. Now, kind of switching gears a little bit. When you come out of the master bedroom, all right, I think you testified that after you passed Officer Hesselbacher, you were heading for the front door, and you saw another officer coming in the front door.
Yes.
He had his gun drawn.
Yes.
And you ran through the dining room, through the kitchen, into the mudroom.
Yes.
And I think you said you hid right about there.
In the corner, yes.
In this corner or in this corner?
The top, right where you're at.
Okay. So if I understand correctly, you would have hidden right by this back door.
Yes.
Now, on direct examination, you talked about that back door a little bit, but it was actually while we were looking at it from the outside. Do you remember that? When we were looking at the outside picture from
Yes.
the rear of the house?
Yes.
And you talked about that door to the mudroom.
Yes.
Now, as you were standing here, do you know if that door was locked as you were in that corner?
No, I have no idea.
Do you know whether you locked it?
I never touched that door.
Okay. And you didn't attempt to go out that door, did you?
No, I didn't even realize there was a door there.
I understand. Who would have had access to the home?
I would object as to personal knowledge.
Well, she can answer if she knows. Go ahead.
Well, let me ask it this way. Is there a particular, I know you said that there's a key, a deadbolt on the back door.
Yes.
And I think you testified on direct examination that to your knowledge, Kylie and Jennifer Dazey had the keys for that deadbolt.
Objection, that's just a simple misstatement. She had testified previously that she knew Kylie had a key when she lived there, was unsure in January.
Okay. The objection's overruled. Do you understand the question?
No.
Ask it again.
I think you testified on direct examination that to the best of your knowledge, Kylie and Jennifer had the keys to the back door.
Yes, when Kylie lived there.
Okay.
I don't know if she ever returned them when she moved out in September.
Okay. And you don't know that anybody else had a key to that back door?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. On the front door, how was this door secured?
It had a code, keypad code. I need to stop.
Can we take a break?
Yeah. We'll take a restroom break, everyone, about 10 minutes. Remember the admonition. Keep an open mind about everything. Don't draw any conclusions. Report back to the jury room.